So it's Funny Car. We're already into the session, seeing the first pair go down the track, and here is Johnny Gray and Paul Lee. You look at Johnny Gray, qualified second at Pomona, but he lost in the first round. Lee Beard, his crew chief. Lee won the Gator Nationals with Funny Car driver Whit Bazemore in 05. And there's Paul Lee driving for your dad.
Yeah, and Paul Lee's got a good chance in this race right now. Johnny Gray's your number 4 qualifier. Paul Lee comes in obviously worse than that, but I mean, Lee Beard basically only got down the track on the very first session this weekend and then struggled. Now, the good news is we see a very good racetrack out there. That means it's pretty forgiving. Lee Beard still makes a lot of horsepower, still trying to figure out that Funny Car a little bit after a slight layoff. He's as good as anybody out there. He will get it figured out. And right now, he's hoping he's gotten it figured out for this race against Paul Lee.
We got a pedal fest! And it resolves out to Johnny Gray, 498, 257. Little dejected Jim Dunn walks away.
Yeah, it looked like they probably had it. The problem was the car supercharger backfired, and when that did, it deployed the parachutes, which is a safety device. As you watch on the right side of your screen, you're going to see after the launch, as it goes down track, Johnny Gray spins the tires first, had a cylinder out early. Shortly after that, Paul Lee spun the tires and then backfired the supercharger. And when that did, it deployed the parachutes. He was pretty much just dead in the water at that point. For Johnny Gray, it was a good thing that he was able to get back under power. The engine responded, and he was able to get the win. Look at that backfire supercharger. Yep, that'll do it every time. Tough break.
And look at that, the cost of such a thing.
About $15,000 to $16,000 just for the supercharger sitting on top of that fuel motor. Now let's take a look at Johnny Gray. Two things happened here. You're going to look over here, the cylinder goes out, and what happened there is it drove the car to the right. So your wheel speed's down, and then not only that, but it's going over to the right out of the groove, so then it just goes up there and started to get loose. Johnny Gray did a good job of pedaling that thing early to keep it from getting more out of control, and I think that enabled him to get the win.